that there's this Chinese whatever underworld administration, a certain zip code, a certain area, a certain neighborhood, a certain building, whatever. But somebody is out there, that's what I believe. And that they, how would you say it, they follow me, that they, how would you say it, there's a censored internet. I have censored internet. I can't stream a single movie. Like all the news is like, how would you say it's censored and fake. I could tell that it's fake. I mean, there's no paparazzi videos whatsoever. There's no new actors, there's nothing. What there is a whole bunch of people that seem to go live, that seem to have some very, very, very expensive cameras. You know what I'm saying? And there's the world. People from the world that are popping up. You know, posting pictures and videos and this and this and that. That's what there is. There's no new movies. There's not a single new movie. Years have passed. You know, the internet is just completely censored. You know, I was saying the other day. I was saying that Pixar. I could count the Pixar movies. You know, in the world, I imagine that there's like thousands and thousands and thousands of Pixar cartoons that'll make you laugh. That will make you laugh. And yet there's nothing. But anyways, so it's a censored internet, and outside outside I feel like I'm running an obstacle course. When every time that I go out, I have to prepare because there's like people in every corner trying to like they whisper things at me, or they're talking among themselves, throwing indirects, in every corner, and it feels like an obstacle course. It's really messed up to say that from here to where I go to work and back, because I don't go anywhere else. I stay here. I hardly go out anywhere else. I mean, I do go out sometimes, but hardly ever. So from here to over there to the Catholic Church, to the Santa Cecilia Catholic Church, there's people lined up, you know, and it's kind of like what they like. They take them out. It's like a Truman Show, you know. They take over a certain area and are like prepped because I, like I said, I never go out. I only go over there to do my service of sweeping the street, and then I come back. And so uh they have to, it's almost like if they're prepped to be out there, you know what I'm saying? And so it's really 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 sick to know that people are prepped to be there whispering things and saying this or that, right? In every corner, people from the world, smoking cigarettes and freaking throwing their cars at me. Like a couple of times, there's people that were throwing their cars at me, like move out the way, you know. And I don't know, police, and there's all types of things out there that I feel that, like I said, like a Hollywood set, you know, with therapy, with intensive therapy, you know. The prices, I've noticed, I was in Tulum one time, and the potatoes, they were 15 pesos for four potatoes, you know, when like right there in San Cristobal, you go to the mercado and they have like three potatoes at the bottom, and then they have another two, and then they have another like three, and it's a pile of potatoes. It's like a little pyramid of potatoes in San Cristobal, and that cost 10 pesos for I don't know how many potatoes, for a lot of potatoes, and they're fresh. They're fresh potatoes. And so for 10 pesos, and I was like, for three potatoes, they were charging 15 pesos. Oh no, for four potatoes, they were charging 15 pesos. And I was like, 15 pesos? And they're like, well, this is Tulum, and you know what I'm saying, this is an international place, and this and this and that. And I was like, all right, I guess, man. Give me the four potatoes for $1, almost, right? Actually, 75 cents. 75 cents, right? And then the following week, they were 30 pesos for four potatoes, but these potatoes were nasty, nasty potatoes, And so, um, I was like, what happened? For 30 pesos, price change. And I told my friend, hey man, did you notice that the potatoes, they doubled in price? He's like, oh yeah, that happens sometimes. I was like, what the? This guy. And so things like that change again, and they hire again and again and again and again and again and again. And you're to say, what is it? It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. I travel a lot. I travel a lot. I've traveled for 7 years, and you know, you get a sense of town ownership. You know what I'm saying? Of town ownership, of who truly controls and owns a town. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's easy to do that, especially here in Mexico, because this isn't the United States of America. This is Mexico. So it all becomes very stupid, right? When you come to how is it that they do it? How is it that they actually do it? You know, there's a word called town ownership for all those that don't know. But, anyways, there's nothing new. Like, I bought this tablet that I'm recording on right here, and this tablet, like, when I first remember that they came out, they cost 1,000 pesos for a Samsung tablet. 1,000 pesos when they first came out onto to public. That was when, a long time ago. Like, I don't even remember when. Like, when I first got out of prison. You know, when I was 21. They were 1,000 pesos. That was 16 years ago. 16 years ago. 16 years ago. They were 1,000 pesos. And since then, I've seen them devaluate. They went down to 500. And then from 500, they were going down and they were going down. You know, cell phones were taking their place, and new cell phones were going to come out. And but then they started to hire, because they were at 500. They were going lower, and a used tablet you could get like for three 200 and something, 300 pesos, you know and then they started hiring this tablet at the pawn shop, which used to cost 300 pesos, 400, 200 and something. Now it costed me 1,000. It was at 1,300. And I asked if they could lower the price a little, and they lowered it to 100 pesos, which was 1,200. 1,200 for a used, and it's not like Samsung. It's I don't know what mark it on. It has a pirated mark, you know, cheaper mark. 1,200 pesos for a used tablet. That's not a brand name. what happened. What happened. So it's understandable what they did, how they did it.